Happy Friday, welcome, welcome, welcome. Whoopsie dubs, good afternoon. Welcome inside. Nice to see you. Each and every. And thank you for subscribing. That's wicked cool. Thank you. Just getting things rolling over here. Happy Friday. Happy Fresh Cuts Friday. It'll be a historic day, I think. You know, we're trying out new things today. Special guests, interview, and showcase coming up today in a little bit with Mirage Musique. Culture. Just gonna play some dubs until a little bit later, probably around 4:20. We'll get started with that. And welcome in. Happy Friday. Let's check out some game. Some more volume in here. Each and every. We're playing some 140, some dubstep. Deep in the UK style. weekend started right. Ease on into the weekend here. Jay Merck's inside, welcome in. Rhizome, good to see you. Start things up with a Luther Vandross ZipZapZop dub here. Do a couple of dubs and then a little bit later we're going to have our special guest on. Inside DJ Elation, nice to see you as always. Not a B2B thing, Jay. It's gonna be just an interview type thing, and then I'll be playing tunes here. Don't have that worked out yet. B2B is the next level, maybe in a month or two.
You never see me walk off. Everybody did from the war start war. I'm on without them there. And everybody figure bark up, come in and take talk. Make Babylon park up, they weren't here for the struggle or start off. Listen, this music culture. So me rise umbrella upon a vulture. Me no want no pagan come round. I'm a stand up at the front, my scene like a soldier. But up, it beat and bend wide body like yoga. Crime in your face, crime for your dance, crime from the streets, crime for your yard. Crime in the veins, that means man can't starve. Crime to the end, and me not laugh. when rinse was illegal. Me and them are not family, so you never see me blessed with a pagan. One time they don't try to bang me. I got fire and I burn that blatant. Run up on stage and never got a black reputation. I like my thing in any place of occasion. Tell some look on man stay one side when we're having one of our grime celebrations. The place, another place. Grime in your face, grime for your dance, grime from the streets, grime for your yard. Grime in the face, that means man can't stop. Grime to the end, and me not laugh. The place, another place.
Welcome in, Sputterfly. Good to see you. Diversified culture. Welcome inside. All right. Got a new dub from Bwompster and ZipZapZop incoming. Another dub. Welcome inside each and every. Maximum respect. Diversified Mirage coming up soon. Hopefully you got the invite to join. recognize it. This track, out today, Mirage Musique. Those of you who are regulars to the Fresh Cuts Friday, I've been hearing this for a while. Such a hot track. Heavy rotation. Hell yes, yes. Did you get the invite to join Mirage? You might have to quit the app and restart it again. Let's try that. DUBSTEP.com. Oh, here we go. You're up. All right. Cool, cool, cool. Awesome. Right on time. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, I'm honored to have our very first remote virtual live guest here on Fresh Cuts Friday. Helping us checking and testing this brand new system. So, and with a brand new release out today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue playing some tracks from Mirage, and then we're going to pull them up on the screen over here. In 1 second. There he is. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
You bet I can. Sounds good over here. How about our folks in the chat? Jay Mertz.
Yeah, I hear it from the chat. Thanks for having me.
Honored to have you. Great. And on release day, no less.
On release day, no less.
Can you start by telling us loud and clear? All right, Davey Gravy, welcome in. Rezo, awesome. Can you tell us a little bit of, first of all, who are you, as Nardwar would say?
Oh, well, my name is Gabriel. I am a producer based in Victoria, British Columbia, Canada, and originally from the province of Quebec. My name is Mirage Musique, music producer under this alias for 2 years now.
Okay, awesome. And so you're in British Columbia on the West Coast, eh? Would you say there are ways that your geography or your location influence your music out there on the West Coast?
Yeah, certainly. I am noticing that Victoria is the most British city of Canada, and with that comes the UK influence in the underground music scene.
Diversified culture. I was like, it seems like they're associated with each other somehow. Just something
Oh yeah, that's a great question. So we are a group of promoters here that have been operating under this alias for 8 years, and I've had like help from many collaborators, but I have been the founding member, and now it's composed of many different stakeholders that are helping build underground events in either licensed bar or secret locations, keeping the dance floor and underground vibes alive and well in the city.
awesome. Love that mission, man. What inspired you to start making music?
Oh, I have discovered and heard about the music that was coming out of the British Columbia music festivals, and they were just hitting a different note for me, as coming from Quebec, where most of the music there was house, techno, hip hop from the 90s, and mainstream, right? And so discovering that underground taste for electronic based music for me was very revealing when I was growing up in my career as a DJ. And just coming here because of work, I've noticed that people here are looking for opportunities to go listen to underground music in the full spectrum sound system environment.
What is a full spectrum sound system environment? For those who may not know, I think everybody knows, but you never know, right?
It is the ability to have a sound system that goes as low as 40 to 38 hertz so that you can fully feel what bass music is all about, on top of hearing it crispy clear in an immersive environment with lights adapting to the sound, and just a group of individuals that are contributing, making this happen. Pop-up style raves with high quality sound system, such as Void Acoustic, for instance, is one of the sound system that we use with our partners here at Mind Garden.
Yes, the Void system. That's awesome. Okay, so a couple other questions I have here. Do you have a job outside of music? And if you don't mind sharing something about it?
Yeah, my career is a public school teacher. I work with high school students teaching phys ed, outdoor, career counseling, and also there are some online components to this job.
Okay, gotcha. So working in the schools. I have a similar background in education. I started in education and continue to work in education myself.
Nice.
Started in high school, went and did some elementary work, and now I'm in higher education. But it's always good to have something to pay the bills. Awesome. Thanks for sharing that. And what do you like to cook in the kitchen?
Oh, that's a great question here. Wow. I'm a big fan of cooking fajitas. I just think that's a cheap and cheerful way to celebrate on a Tuesday night. What about you?
Fajitas, yeah, anything with a tortilla, basically. Quesadillas, fajitas, tacos. I do a few things outside of that, but I'm pretty limited in my kitchen repertoire. Luckily, my wife loves to cook.
Oh, you're lucky. I'm lucky too. We get to share this responsibility almost evenly. I'm always feeling like I should be picking up the slack here, but I do the gross jobs at home, you know what I mean? people are always grateful when you do the gross jobs.
Somebody's got to do the gross jobs. I do those as well. That's for sure. Oh shoot! What was I going to ask? Okay, there was something about the kitchen and cooking, and yeah. All good. So, I was going to ask you about this track. So I'm pulling up a track of yours called Void Walker.
Oh yeah, that's a big one.
I mean, this is an ID unreleased yet, right?
It's coming out. It's coming out before summer.
Ah, cool. Okay, so we're early. Fresh Cuts Friday is super fresh.
This one will have Grim Sickers on the lyrics.
Oh, Grim Sickers, that's awesome. Okay, is there someplace you've traveled, maybe to play music or even not, that was like most memorable?
I did not travel much for music besides working in towns of the province of Quebec. That's including Montreal. So I would say that playing in Montreal was a nice feeling for sure. Not quite in the same scene though. A little bit more house and club environment. I was really driven by DJ competitions such as Red Bull Tree Style when I was growing up in my early age as being a DJ. And this has been kind of influential for me to try to challenge myself to have multi-genre in sets when I'm playing. And I think that reflects in my production today.
Nice. Definitely. Can you tell a little bit about the software, hardware, or like your general usual process these days when you're making tunes?
I started with Logic Pro for 7 years and was very slowly upgrading at my skills, but I got consistent training with Ableton, with Raz, also from Quebec and legendary producer, and we were getting lessons. I was getting lessons from him every 2 weeks for at least a year and a half. And on top of that, I went and seek some mentorship with other folks to have like a second set of ears. And I was able to learn on Ableton by co-learning with one of my good friends and producer, Fear X, which we got a couple of songs together and we live in the same building. So there was a lot of Ableton learning, and then on top of that, you add all the cool VSTs that you gather when you start to pick up, because there's so much cross-compatibility between VSTs and audio instruments and special FX generator or wavetable to create your own synths, that if you learn how to use one, those are transferable knowledges.
Oh yeah, that's awesome stuff right there. So you're an Ableton guy like myself, love it. And by the way, I pulled up your looks like a Mirage and Raz collab here.
There is one, you got it. This is not out yet either. Big.
And Raz, he works with some. Does he have a Eurorack system too? Do you know?
If he has a what?
A Eurorack, like a modular.
Yes, he definitely has analog components.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Modulate his sound. I don't think that some of the songs in the 2020 to 2023 were using them as much, but I've noticed that he wants to reintroduce that sound coming from raw analog chaining into the DAW, and you digitalize it from the analog, you record it, and so I think that's one layer that really distinguish a producer is being able to understand that sound engineer routing, and I truly admire that.
That's amazing. Yeah, very cool. And cool that you've basically almost, it sounds like he was your mentor basically for quite a while.
You got it.
Yeah. So I've got the Linktree / Mirage Musique. Is that your best link for, or if people want to go check out more of your stuff, or what's the best links?
Yeah, the The link tree is perfect. Or miragemusique.com. It leads to the same place, the link tree.
Right on, right on. Okay, can you tell us, wait, no, I already heard about the Diversified Culture. Diversified Culture was born 9 years ago, is that right?
Yeah, 8 years. It's coming up to 9 now.
Yeah, so...
If folks want to listen to today's release, I got it here in a quick link. There's just there's 3 other producers that we need to acknowledge on them. They are quite talented, and I'm honored to be on the same drop as them. They're also West Coast Canadian music producer in the dubstep area. There's one of them from the East. So it's Outsider and Elnix with Infestation. That's the first song. It's very good. It's raw, dark, eerie, aggressive, very dark and gritty oriented EP. And then you got the Misfortune Cat from Calgary with the song Grimoire. And then the third one from Metaflor, it's called Burning Up. Quite amazing.
Nice. And I'll mention Elnix. I've been a viewer of his Twitch streams. He does almost every Friday night at 7 p.m. Eastern. He does a stream, I think.
Yeah, I saw that. That's nice. YouTube allows you to stream live. I discovered that last week. Started using this.
Yeah, absolutely. And for folks who want to check that out, it's Iron Shirt Recordings, I believe, is his handle. Well, that's exciting, man. Well, there's a couple of the questions I had here for you. What is your typical breakfast like?
Eggs and toast, and then lately we've been adding a protein or a fruit with that, and then of course 2 coffees.
2 coffees, okay, yeah. How do you take your coffee?
Oh yeah, that's a great question. Oat milk, and they're iced coffee, so you pour double espressos on a big cube of ice.
Ooh.
Pour milk over, and there you go.
So we're talking double espresso here. We're not talking like cold brew or something like that.
You got it.
All right. Now I'll know what to prepare when you come to my house.
Very good. Espressos for breakfast. Very French.
Exactly. So everybody, the release Infestation out today. It's on Bandcamp. It's on Mirage Musique Bandcamp, right?
Yeah, I just put up a link in the chat here, the ffm.do /DC007. It leads to all the platforms, Bandcamp included. You'll find the record label work. It's quite nice. It's been a year and a half of Diversified Culture also being a record label, and I'm quite impressed by all the talent that we've been able to publish.
Heck yeah, that's very exciting. Very exciting, man. You got a lot going on there. I saw also you're like kind of a ambassador for the Bass Coast.
Yes, Bass Coast. That's a big one. If there is something on my bucket list, it's definitely playing that. When I'm talking about the BC Music Festival and how high quality the underground scene is when you go a little further away from the city, and we've got big forests. There is one particular campsite in the middle of a valley between 2 mountain chains, so it's like a hot valley and it's desert-like, and Bass Coast happens there. It's by a river. There are like 5,000 to 6,000 people that goes there minimum, and it's 3-stage, amazing production value, incredible creative behind that. It's 3 women who started that. Their name is Liz, Andrea, and Anna. So incredible experience. I highly recommend it if there is something on your bucket list to attend for festivals. It's a mature crowd and the music is unreal. It's so diverse. You've got something for everyone and deep in every genre. So
yeah, I love that. Definitely on the bucket list. Not just bass music, but across the board. I see Hypho's one of the big name artists on there this year. Always just a fire lineup.
Yes.
Absolutely stacked. That's very exciting. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make it out to the West Coast one of these days. Check out that. And Shambhala, of course, never been to either. So that's very exciting. All right, I'm playing right now Mirage and Abstract, Sonance, and Grimeface here. What can you tell us about this track?
That's a great question. I am really excited about it. It's been a year that it's been ready, and it took about 8 months of back and forth to accomplish. And those are two legendary producers, and at the time when I was kind of like pioneer in my skills myself, it was an incredible experience to be able to collaborate with artists of that caliber. And so I am really looking forward for it to get out, but I think I'm waiting the right time on this one.
Sounds good. Yeah. I know how that goes. That's awesome, man.
I like the very reggae influence. It's chill. Definitely a set ender, in my opinion.
Breathe, hurt, strain, pain. It's all part of the game. Success, not fame. Legacy name. Heart to the vein. Something's never changed. Charging to the game. Breathe, hurt, strain, pain. It's all part of the game.
Grimeface, what a legend.
Legacy name.
Abstract as well. Abstract was in Baltimore a few years back. Got to see him play. That was awesome.
Amazing. Yeah, he's been very busy, very productive, very good delivery on the music. The taste is very wide, and the production quality across the board is both unique and polished.
Yeah, absolutely. Chat crew on Twitch, twitch.tv/ZipZapZopDub. Anybody got any questions for Mirage Musique while we have them here? Now is your chance. Put your question in the chat for Mirage. Put it in there. I've got only one more question myself, and it's going to be the way I'm going to end every interview. And it is, why is ZipZapZop the best oldest guy in dubstep?
Oh. That's a great question. Well, if you don't mind me sharing and with your audience, like, what do you consider? What? No, I don't. Can I ask that question? In which decade are you?
I was born in 1969.
Nice. Wow. And how did you discover dubstep?
Oh, I love this question. So here's the funny thing. So I started producing back in the 90s in Denver when I lived there. I was a teacher and a high school teacher, and I started producing, and I was making basically like some kind of techno, some drum and bass, and ended up in an industrial band, and then that ended up being a drum and bass project. There was two of us. And we kind of took that, we went into Europe a little bit. We went to New York and we played around and stuff, put out a couple records and whatnot. And then I started getting into sort of minimal techno instead, and put out a few records of minimal techno stuff with Socks and Sandals. And then I focused on my career for like 15 years and just kind of didn't do anything for like 15 years.
That's how it goes when you start teaching.
Yeah, exactly. So I started again during the pandemic. I was making a remix for a friend of mine in Colorado, and I had to get everything. I had to dust off Ableton and get everything going again and stuff. And once I got it working, I was kind of like, oh, I should come up with a process where I can just start making music again. At the same time, I had discovered, like, I'd been going to this festival that's just a few blocks from where I live in Baltimore, called the Moonrise Festival. And I found that most of the artists, I'd never heard them, and I really wasn't into their music. I liked the little bit of drum and bass that was there, a little bit of house music. But there was a lot of stuff I just was not vibing with at all. It was what I would say would be dubstep 2014 or whatever, like just American dubstep, bro step.
American dubstep, bro step, you got it.
Yeah, and I just
rhythm is a good way to sum it up in a officialized terms in today's late dubstep, bro-step era.
Yep.
And that is not something personally that I have the taste for, or that I want to be producing per se. So this is where I draw the line per se.
I hear ya. Yeah, I just was not vibing with that, and but then I discovered I was going through all the artists on the lineup at Moonrise, and one of them was Cannibalists, and I was listening to them all on Spotify and stuff like that, just to hear what they were like and see if I liked any of their stuff. And she was the one where I was like, oh, I really like this stuff. And that kind of led me into this rabbit hole of like, oh, there's a whole new thing that I didn't realize called experimental bass music and you know, like old
Left
OG
field.
dubstep.
I think if there is one way to like sum it up, is once you discover the left field of everything that can be too trashy, like too saturated, too aggressive, you can go and take the same drum structure but have a left field twist, left field drum and bass, left field jungle, left field dubstep. So that's, I think, a good term that seems to be summing up what the genre of bass music I try to focus my time on. We got a great question here in the chat. If I play dubs for my students, that's I was originally listening to a lot of Fractal Forest style mixes for the early years of my career, and I was playing them a lot of these funky, original, jazzy, breaky kind of like mixes. They're engaging. People are not going to be like commenting on that, saying that it's kind of weird. But if you're trying to put dubstep in the sound system of the gym without the subs, you're kind of missing the point, and you're just going to like attract bad attention towards the genre, because it's not really representative if it doesn't have the subwoofer to support it, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yep. That was a great question, Davey Gravy. Thanks for that. I used to play my tunes for my students when I was a teacher in Denver, and they knew I was nuts.
Yeah. It's kind of like associated with being left field in your personality as well, which when you work in the public system, that's not something people like the image of.
Absolutely. And Davey Gravy's done his time in the classroom as well. Yes. I'm playing, actually, this is one of the first tracks where I noticed Mirage Musique, I think, this Bring It Up.
Oh, that's an interesting one. So, the idea behind this one is to have two genres.
Yeah, I noticed.
And then in your set, you can play two different genres quickly.
I was trying to figure out how in the world to mix it, because it's like 140 to start with, but it ends at what, 170?
You got it. And I didn't put it in the title, so it's like only I can use the DJ tool. I didn't do that on purpose, but I just don't think it looks good to put the BPM on distribution.
Yeah, absolutely. That's great stuff, man. Well, I'm about to, I'm just going to hang out and play some more Mirage Musique tunes for a while, unless you want to keep chatting about anything. If there's any more questions in the chat, I want to respect your time. This has been super cool and awesome for you to join us today. And if you have any other things you want to say to the folks out there in the internet verse.
Well, thank you very much for your attention. Thanks for having me. And I got a release every month. So if you're not following me on any of the streaming platforms, I'll drop a link right after we leave the chat here, and you can follow me on your favorite one.
Heck yeah, everybody. Go follow Mirage Musique. Get with it. Hey, man. Super big ups for you being here with us. Wishing you
thanks for having me.
Fantastic weekend as well.
To you as well and your auditors.
Thank you. Hey, big ups to our crew in the chat as well.
Run it back. Hold up.
How you feeling out there, chat crew? Everybody ready for the weekend?
Break. Run it back.
How's everybody feeling out there? I'm getting excited. I was talking about how Cannabis was one of the first people who I noticed making this left field bass music, and helped me realize like how awesome, and this is exactly the music that I like the best. And I'm going to see Cannabis in a bit, hopefully. So yeah, she is in Baltimore tonight. Astronaut is opening up. They're down at the sound stage. What do you got going on this weekend, people in the chat? Wubsy Dubs is queuing up some tunes. We'll give it another 10 minutes here and then we'll raid on into Wubsy.
Big bad tune in it.
That's right. We're straight up playing Mirage Musique now, till the end. Ooh, dang, Sputterfly. That is a lineup I would like to see, actually. That's tomorrow, huh? Truth, Medicine Place, and Torcha in Philly. Got the East Coast vibes going here. East Coast vibes. Butterfly, are you in Philly? Is that where you call home? Boston. Oh, you're a Boston fan. All right. Good to know. Luther Vandross gets together in Boston sometimes. Heck yeah, Butterfly, gonna have to meet you in person one of these days soon. let you know if I'm coming to Boston, absolutely. That's a bit of a haul down to Philly. Good lineup though.
Potentially dangerous world.
Okay, you're going to feel, you know the choppings, right? Killer, we left them for R.I.P. Brand new silly lie, listen, brand new silly lie. You don't know what I'm wicked, bro, I'm a willy lie. No, say the killer, no smile, who is versatile. Brand new silly lie, brand new silly lie. You don't know what I'm wicked, no, I'm a willy lie. No, say the killer, no smile. No, me not smile with them after me and them boy and a friend. This man already, looking at them two eyeball and me tell man this man again. Which one of them really want to find out? Them climbing a big people business, don't me want to see how the pussy them a climb out. Come from another game, I realize say one of them bumbo well bad mind now. Bad mind fear, bag of weed and car and girl and feast, so the killer wouldn't find out. Me I tell some little man mind out, nothing ain't fine. Feast say you can't stop walk and then you want turn round and I call 999. All when them a dead, me I stop and I find a little demo style. Brand new silly lie, listen, brand new silly lie. You don't know what's I'm wicked, bro, I'm a willy lie. No, say the killer no smile, who versatile. Brand new silly lie, brand new silly lie. You don't know what's I'm wicked, bro, I'm a willy lie. No, say the killer no smile.
Me no vibe with them. Killer when I might with a vibe man's king. Killer in a rave with a hype man them. When I only really rave with a hype man them like a what? Hold to the rhythm like murder Berlin. Hold to the rhythm like murder Calais. Hold to the rhythm like murder Berlin.
No I walk with weed. They want to know the same tree. No I walk with weed. They want to know the same tree. No I walk with weed. They want to know the same tree. No I walk with weed. Yeah, no I walk with weed. Brand new silly lie, listen, brand new silly lie. You don't know what's I'm wicked, bro, I'm a willy lie. No, say the killer no smile, who is versatile. Brand new silly lie, brand new silly lie. You don't know what's I'm wicked, no, I'm a willy lie. No, say the killer no smile.
Now we have a next style named Car Run Wholesome. Ibby MCs up a no style, we have that the most. Them I try take with me things and not get close. You know what, man? Take with them spores, make y'all them take off the skirt and blows. Some of them swear, so them love me the most, so me give them the land right in them goes from. We not care about no gunman pose. When man pull up, we gun them close. Roll with the things anywhere man go. Big gun make soldier left from him pose. We set up them for know where the army step them follow. Whoa, 10 years deep in the game, man still not sell out the thing hard no.
Whoopsie. Always fresh, never perfect. And you know what? Yes. Honored. Yes, we are digging Mirage Musique today. It's the Fresh Cuts Friday Happy Hour, coming at you live and direct from Baltimore, Maryland. Hosted by myself, Clark Saturn Space Trucking Mogul ZipZapZop. But you can call me Zop. We're going to wrap things up and raid on over to Wubsy and see how things are going in the Wubsy land. Wubsy's in Canada as well. I think more in central Canada, if I recall correctly. A collab with Divoid. Check them out. Heck yeah. Divoid. D-I-I-V-O-I-I-D. Collab with Mirage. Massive thanks to Mirage. Massive thanks to you, the audience. Inside, outside. YouTube, TikTok, wherever you happen to be. Twitch, of course. Thanks for your participation in the chat. Thanks for being here. Thanks for sharing your love. And until next time, probably next Friday, I'm going to wish you a fun adieu.